So I'm going to read you another story from my book, which is Tales of Old Ireland Retold. This is my proof copy because I changed the cover on it. So you'll be able to catch that on Amazon, and there is a link in the description below. So it's ancient Irish stories retold for today. So I'm going to read one today that is about a popular character called Scathach. And we're going to see it from her perspective. Page 60. The Sorcery of Scathach. She knew the boy had to leave. It was past time and his influence beyond disruptive. He had crossed the bridge of pupils and earned his place. That much was true. But the rest... Her lips pursed tight. Least said, soonest mended, she thought. Knowing his weakness for centering himself in every story, she had determined to find and tell him his place within this one. This seemed good to Scathach, and so she had prepared the ritual to reveal. Entering the chamber, she took first the food of the she. Chewing slowly on the raw red flesh of a hound, as had seemed appropriate for this occasion. She took the mound of chewed flesh from her mouth and placed it on the floor behind her chamber door, linking her bodily to the boundary stones of the space, the between place there. The chant, taught to her by her mother, and then later again by her first lover, was building in her body, thrumming through her muscles and roiling round her belly, before making its way to her chest, to her throat, and boiling up, out, over the lips kissed by both of those women as they shared the chant with her all those years before. Opening her mouth, she connected her inside with the outside, matter with energy, the past with the present, as she sang the spells of old in the honour of her gods. Calling them, those who were her gods, her guides, her guardians. Connecting them. Feeling them, hearing them, seeing them. She was full of their sound and song as she lay down in the centre of the circular chamber. Trusting the island guards who stood outside, the women with whom she shared this practice, those for whom she stood her sacred duty in turn, she arranged her form in place. Her two palms rested on her two cheeks, crossed at the wrist to deflect and protect from her mouth as she slept. This kept the Immas Foraznai, the words of prophecy and power, secure and safely together, forming and gestating inside her flesh, until she was to open her mouth again and allow the enlightenment to manifest in this world. She stayed that way for all of the days and nights that were required, until she was ready, until she was full of the knowledge, until that knowledge was right and ready for illumination. And then Scathach signalled for the boy to enter her chamber. And then she spoke. Welcome, weary but victorious, all-conquering, warlike, cold-hearted. Come so that help may be given to you. There will not be a foretelling without a chant. There will not be a chant without a beholding. About this warrior of single combat awaits great danger. Being alone for a long time during the cattle raid of Cooley, you will be dissipated. From fighting the warriors of Cruachan. Heroes will be saved by you, necks will be broken by you. Against the backstroke of Setanta's blade, blood will flow. Bloody battle will sound over long distances. Spear points will shatter bones. Wooden palisades will enclose the mighty horns of cows. An aspen club with goodly edge will testify to warrior feats and token flesh. Cows from Brega will be stolen. Hostages will swear by their people. For a fortnight, a third of the country will be full of tears. Cattle will go unherded about the roads. A sorrowful single warrior will be against the host. It will be difficult, to be sure. There will be a long sigh of lament. The blood will drive a red pestilence onto many shields of alder wood and onto much weaponry. The women will be red-eyed. The battlefield will be red with the clash of weapons. Ravens will eat well on flesh. Scald crows will traverse the ploughland. Very strong kites will be encountered. Portions of herds will be stolen through fierceness. A large number will be led away for the great host. A large amount of blood without flesh will be spilt on account of Cuchulainn. You will suffer injurious wounds. You will slay a large number of unfortunate heroes. The mill house of the Lord will be plundered. A destructive rout will bring great ruin to everyone in Mach Marhevne during the wounding game. The fiery hero will perform great deeds against the plunderers, performing cold deeds with dreadful shouting. Thus the feat-performing hero goes. There will be weeping. A company of women will be wounded. Maeve boasts the destruction to Allil. A sickbed awaits you. Thy face against cruelty and fierceness. See the white-horned bull roar against the brown bull of Cooley. It will drive the wood of your ever-keen valour. The learned son of red spear points will strike a blow, curved and long. Your journey will be lonely and without support. Weakness is the cause that lays you low. Arise, fully armoured one, shapely in the art of many combats, striding, raiding, oppressive. Arise in full force to the land of Ulster. Go to your Ulster maidens, weary, wounding warrior, with your strong-shafted, effective, curved spear. Your brave blade will paint in dark masses of black blood. The Scot will know your name. Screams and cries of a winter night. Aoife and Uachach will lament you, your beautiful body laid low by ingenious sleep-making spells. 3 years on full 30 will be the length of your power over your enemies. 30 years I boast, the power of your ever-keen deeds. Beyond that, I do not add. Beyond that, your life is not related. Among a troop of triumphant women, your life will be short. This you will recognize. I bid you farewell. Welcome, weary but victorious. It's not the last we'll hear of a prophetess trying to have fair dealings with the boy. But sure, they're all stories for another day. And to read about Scathach and Cuchulainn, I do recommend Cuchulainn, an Iron Age Hero by Dara Smith. You'll find that from the Irish Academic Press, published in 2005. And the start, for anybody who's not familiar, the start of that is a description of how druids and magical people would have performed prophecy ritual. So it's retold from descriptions of rituals that were designed to give that Immas for Asnai, the knowledge which illuminates. So if you're interested in more stories, you can find them on my Patreon. I do write a fresh story every month, and patrons at just $3 a month get access to a brand new tale of Old Ireland every single month. Or you can, of course, buy the book, Tales of Old Ireland Retold, which is published by Elan Otter Press. And you can also, if you are interested in the magical practices, if you go to irishpaganschool.com, you will find multiple classes there. There is an introduction to Irish magic, and there is a longer 14-week magic course, self-directed magic course. So if you're interested in any of those elements, please do follow it up and like and subscribe on my channel. Okay? And do share if you think that your friends, your family, your groups would like to hear an Irish story.